Well, good morning or good afternoon, whenever you've opened up the video here to see what's going on today with day 57. Today we find ourselves reading from Jeremiah the 33rd chapter through Jeremiah 44. Now, basically, Jeremiah is writing and he's prophesying. This is the beginning of the Babylonian captivity. Especially here, you're going to read about King Nebuchadnezzar coming to Jerusalem and building a siege against Jerusalem. And so in these chapters, there's a lot of narrative, and there's a lot of God speaking to Jeremiah over and over again, telling Jeremiah, go tell this king, go tell that leader, go tell these priests, go tell them that this is going to happen, that they're going to be taken captive. And there's always a warning to them over and over again. This is going to happen. I told Josiah this was going to happen, and it's here. The time has come. And it all goes back to this. I think something that when you're reading these chapters, you're reading Jeremiah, you're going to see over and over again that God said, if you just go do this, if you would just obey me, if you would have just obeyed me, if your fathers would have obeyed me, if the people would have obeyed me. To some people who do repent, God comes back and says, you know what, you're not going to die this way. But still, Jerusalem is going to be taken captive. There's going to be a time of terrible things that are going to take place. But I think as we come into that last chapter today, Jeremiah 44, something caught my eye after looking at it and again marking up over and over again about all the things that were going on, the betrayal also in there. But just before you end up the reading today, in Jeremiah the 44th chapter in the 4th verse, Jeremiah says this again and again. This is God speaking to him. I sent my servants, the prophets, to plead with them. Don't do these horrible things that I hate so much. But listen to this. But my people would not listen to turn back from their wicked ways. They kept on burning incense to these gods, and so my fury boiled over and fell like fire on the towns of Judah and into the streets of Jerusalem. And they are still a desolate ruin today. God, I see God, this father of trying to guide his people, and he says to Jeremiah, tell him, I said it to you again and again and again. I warned you over and over and over, don't go do that. And that message is still today of God trying to tell us, I need you to go do this. You've heard me say many times, when it comes to righteousness so much, I know we spend talking about the things we shouldn't do, don't do this. When God a lot of times is saying, what I want you to do is go do something. Go do the right things. So maybe today, in looking at this and just realizing that really mankind over the years, we've all struggled with the willingness to surrender our hearts to obey God. Maybe today, as you read, you'll see how God has been very patient, but yet he's still saying there's a time and there's a day of judgment that comes to all mankind. You have a good day. Look forward to the next day, day 58. Man, you're there. We're on our way. Bye-bye.